to them with a yeah.
I don't know what that is about.
That's
I
Big
feel
Mac from I think it's a New York thing.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But to my
Nice.
knowledge, it's a New York thing.
Uh-huh.
But you just say, welcome back to another episode of the Jabari Show. Thank you for watching, listening, and subscribing.
That was seamless.
That was nice.
That was
Come
seamless.
on.
That was seamless.
New setup. Who this?
Yeah.
Talk to me nice.
Yep.
I don't know.
I mean, people might be like, "Well, it's the same background." Don't worry.
Yeah.
The inner workings has changed.
Listen, we're upgrading the quality, okay?
Yeah.
Listen, we're already negative already.
It's
You
not
know-
much- it's
You
not
know what
much-
they say? The only way to take out of a hole is to dig deeper.
Nice.
So we're digging deeper, and we invested a cool, actually it's $250 US for this thing, after tax, because that was New York tax. I kind of forgot that New York tax was a thing.
Yeah, it's a different thing. How much you pay? $10 more, or
No, it's $250 total.
okay? And how much it was?
It was $200 for this device.
You pay $50 in tax.
Boy, yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, we'd have spent more to ship it in.
I know, but still.
Yeah, so when
Pressure.
I messaged him, he was like, "Oh, so it's 200, but you have 350 for me." And I'm like, 350 for what? He's like, the tax. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you telling me that tax is $150 for a $200 item. And he's like, oops, my mistake, 250. And I was like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so we have a new
Interface.
audio interface. For those that don't know, it's basically just the thing that captures the audio for the mic.
Mm-hmm.
It's newer, it's better.
And if you
And,
find it sounding the same, you gotta buy some new headphones.
That's rather lucky, dog.
Oh gosh.
Imagine you spend a set of money on a new interface, and it's like, yeah, all of this is new, and it's like,
I don't see no
it's
difference.
it's kind of like an old man or an old head, being like, well, I got this new Mercedes,
So-
instead of my little old Toyota Corolla, and it's like,
back in my day, we just needed to go from
but
here to there.
it's still driving, right? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, but look at, like, no, it's still driving, right? Like, it's doing the same thing. It's like,
Yeah.
but you know what? Forget it. Just forget it. Hop on my car and go home.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got a new interface. Hopefully you recognize the difference in your audio quality, and we didn't just waste a bunch of money.
Yeah. But
Yeah, that would
even
be real
so, we
sad.
have expandability now.
Yes, we could have up to 4 people.
Yes.
Not that we have 4 microphones, but we could have up to
We
4
can have up to 4
people.
Tell a man bring him mic and come down the road.
True. We've been trying to get some guests for the longest while right now,
yeah.
man.
How
You know how sticky it gets.
how has that been going? Because I really haven't been dealing with that stuff.
I'm waiting on 3 people to respond right now. Let's not talk about it.
3 people to respond.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Anyone responded
I'm
to
just
confirm a time?
I'm really just waiting on confirmation of dates.
Okay.
We have to get one for a guy who's having a show.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we could talk about it. Johnson's having a show. Rose Gold
I
Bentley.
don't wanna
You know
say
how I
it.
say.
So yeah, you don't-
Yeah, I
when you get someone's
once
first
I know
proper
your
name,
name,
the proper name, yeah.
right? If I know Drake name, I call it as the first name basis
what
for me.
is Aubrey or Audrey?
Aubrey.
Okay. I don't know Drake's name.
Nah, still call him Drake. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when you get to that level, it's a little different.
Your stage
of
name
art.
is
Yeah,
your
your stage name is like your government name at that point.
yeah.
But for now, I call him Jonathan. But yeah, he has a show on the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
He should be on definitely before.
Yeah,
'cause I
I'm
think
not
he's
going
doing
to
some
say-
cool stuff, and
I don't know. Okay, yeah, 25th is fine.
yeah, October 25th
Mm-hmm.
from like the night until
Okay.
I think it was like a 9 p.m. till, and it should be in town. So
Okay.
it's $100 for a ticket. I don't like to say that I'll be there, 'cause these days will be, you never know who's listening, you don't know who
Yeah.
the ops are,
Actually, I actually have been seeing a lot of videos of people talking about social media.
It's so
Robots.
easy to just look at this thing. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
watching it go.
Yeah.
And you'll feel like I'm looking into the camera, but I'm not.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of videos on social media, robbers, where they would look at people's social media and be like, "Oh, you know whom I can target you." This, that, and the third.
Oh,
Yeah, like I've been seeing a lot of videos. Like I don't know why, but
this guy spoke about it, you know.
Yanni,
Who?
Yanni Mais, Yanni from Yanni Mais.
No,
Okay.
local guy.
Okay.
Marcos.
I don't know what that is.
This is the guy on TikTok who's been giving away money.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure if you've seen him, but he
I
did a
haven't.
story post recently, and he was like, a guy came up to him, and a guy came up to him, or a person, I don't know if it was a guy or just a person came up to him, and they were like, hey, you know, whatever, you know, get an introductory thing, and then they're like, what's stopping somebody from robbing you right now? And then he was like, nothing really, because he was saying that he has to look to invest in a security, or at least
Somebody
watch how he moving
yeah.
now. Like, he had to move a little different, because the way how the person asked the question is like they thought about robbing him in that moment,
Yeah.
and he's like, I don't know. So to stop those
People from having
interactions,
those, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like, where are you on, you know? But like as a fan, you're like, hey, what going on? Like, you're cool, you're good, that kind of thing. But other than that, it's like, bro, keep your distance. Because you can't just come up to somebody and be like, dog, what is stopping someone from robbing you right now?
Yeah.
Like,
I
nothing.
feel like the Trey
Nothing is ever
Rags,
stopping
I feel
anybody
like the
from
Trey
robbing right
Rags,
now.
sound bite that's playing. You know the.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you
So,
think about that though? People using social media to be like, "Oh, you flashing nice things. I'll come get that off of you."
I don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of like I don't really wear much. I mean, I do see people iced out though, and they be calm 'cause they be rolling.
Deep.
They be rolling deep. So it's kind of like, okay, cool, they're fine. But I do see these stragglers,
Because it was
and they're
more,
like, it's just one man chain busting.
yeah, because it's from the. I think it's probably because of the PNB Rock situation that I saw a
Probably.
lot of videos start to pop up about.
Probably.
Don't post where you at when you're there.
I mean, I don't even think it's robbery situation, because at some point you get to that um you get to be so noticeable to where even if you don't post, people can always know where you are.
Yeah, somebody
You
notice
know?
you and be like,
I just
"Oh,
using like a big figure like Drake. Like,
yeah."
we never know where Drake is until some random fan posts up like Drake in Ibiza, and it's like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then everybody know, alright, cool, Drake in Ibiza. So if we had to run up, we had to go there.
Yeah.
So I definitely say always post things when you leave or are about to leave. And I don't ever have internet, so I don't have data. So whenever I do post something to my Instagram,
Yeah.
it's not going up until I hit some internet. So it's like,
What the
it
chances?
really, yeah, the chances, like, I'm not gonna hit internet just randomly
Yeah.
in the bush. So I can take it and post it, and I can just save it to my phone, or sometimes I just forget to post it or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know what to say for the people that just kind of post in the moment. Just, if you don't have no ups, then you have nothing to worry about. And if you know you have ups, then don't post nothing. That's all. Because some
Yeah.
people know they have no ups. I don't think I have no ups. So I chilling. I think. I'm none to thief. This audio mixer, actually, a matter of fact, we ain't paying no money for this. We get it for free, sponsored. You know, I have no money on me. All that money you see me with is fake money. All that money, prop money. Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of that,
Prop money. Yes. That's it.
I don't think you know about this.
What I don't know about a lot of things, so you probably.
So apparently, Kodak Black is releasing an album. This is real off topic, eh?
Yeah.
But I just know because I feel like it's a Trinidad win almost.
Oh.
Because Kodak Black is dropping an album.
Okay.
Guess who's on it? Prince Swanee.
I'm not gonna ask if
The Swan Don.
I had to think about it and I was like, what did I see?
Bro, it was
with
just
Kodak?
right there. I was like,
I saw. I think both of them was in Miami. Both of them were in Miami.
well, apparently Kodak listens to his music.
Uh huh.
And I didn't think it would have been like Swanee's now starting to rock.
I know when I said,
So I
isn't
didn't know.
Swanee signed to Rock
I
Nation
didn't
or
know it would have
something?
happened like so fast. So
Yeah.
that's why I was kind of like, oh,
I mean, that's still a big W for Swanee to be signed to Rock Nation.
I think it's actually not W.
Yeah.
No.
Granted that I saw someone shoot up his old house.
Ooh, you know, forget that. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I don't know. It was, but it was like his house here, which he doesn't live here anymore.
I don't think so.
It's, whatever. People are happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Jeez, I had something to say and then
nice.
yeah, I forgot. I'm just listening to the audio, and then I'm just looking at the screen, and I'm like, wow, this feels like progress.
Okay.
You know. So I think we could cut it here. This was fun. We'll see you guys next week, and
People have been complaining. It takes so long.
yeah, hit them with a 5-minute podcast. And be like, yeah, go your way. Forget that. You're complaining, say anything too long, go back home. I
Give the
don't know.
people what they want.
I don't even know what to say about that. Like,
Uh-huh.
did we speak about this before?
No.
I'm not sure.
To us amongst each other, yes.
I feel like I should have got a pop filter for this. Yeah. It's only long. It's probably because it's not interesting to them, which is fine. Like I'm all fine with saying if it's not interesting for you, dog, then don't listen. That's fine. You know, the little 2 minutes that you listen to
Yeah.
the episode, I chillin'. Like, thank you. But like, let's say we get, I don't know, a Elon Musk or like a big name or whatever.
Yeah,
Bro, you're gonna listen to it.
people will sit down.
All that talk you're talking, you know you're gonna listen to it. You know you're gonna be like, oh God, there's no way you tell me. You gonna tell me, dog, an hour and a half with Elon Musk? That's so long. Nah, relax. Chill. An hour and a half with Drake? That's so long. Chill. Then don't.
Who do you all want to see on the podcast? That's an interesting question.
True. Leave any comments.
Yeah, leave
We'll
it in the
try to get
comments.
them all.
Leave any comments down below.
I'm not doing that.
Y'all can let us know who y'all want to see, and it have to be realistic, of course. You know,
Man, say Kodak.
like, hey, it's about Swan. Get on.
I don't
Okay,
know what that
alright.
was.
Come on. Let's be real.
Let's be real here.
Oh, you saw well, obviously, things has gone up, budget come out, so you know, right any camp.
I was gonna make a TikTok about this, you know.
What about it?
No, you speak on it first, and let me gather my thoughts.
So yeah, things have gone up, but of course, people's pay has not gone up in the same fashion. And I saw a lot of people complaining that the minimum wage has stayed the same. And I understood where people were coming from. But then it also had some points that I couldn't really agree with, because I know there are some people who are getting paid exactly on the minimum wage amount, but I feel like
Yeah.
there are a good number of people that aren't actually making minimum. It's a little more than minimum wage. Granted, it's not a lot of money, but it's still like maybe like $20 or $22. And I feel as though if they were to raise minimum wage, it wouldn't have been by much. So in my head, I'm like, I feel like, yes, it should have raised, but how much can it really raise by before a lot of businesses start 86ing people and saying, hey, well, I don't have money for that, you know, so I want to have to let go some people. Because it's easy to just say, oh, raise the minimum wage. But then I remember hearing someone saying that a lot of business owners really they don't have that kind of liquid cash to be like, oh, I can pay people way more. But obviously it's because they're paying themselves skewed on a skewed basis where it's like, oh yeah, I'll pay myself $50,000 and then or I could get 2,000 at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously there's not a equal distribution of wealth, which we all know. But I feel as though if minimum wage were to rise, I felt as though it may not have been much, or it may just be. I know every dollar counts, but you know. And then I also saw a lot of oh, what was the thing? I had it in my head, I know, and I just messed up here. I saw a lot of things that basically didn't have logical consistency. You
Like?
know? Let me think. Uh, Let me think about it. And when you and then
Why is that so loud?
and then you can speak, and then I would see if I can remember what it was about. You talking might bring it up.
I did not want to talk about this.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm trying to think, like, right. This is my big point. And this is like my only point that I had.
mm-hmm.
So, what was minimum wage
It's
before? It's been
1750.
1750
Yeah.
from before COVID? Or
Yeah. It's been
alright.
1750 for a while.
Right. So I'm trying to think of minimum wage has been like that before COVID. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. And we understand COVID happened, alright, a lot of things shut down.
Mhm.
Some things became more expensive and some things became cheaper.
It went from $15 to 1750 in December 2019.
Right. Some things became more expensive because of, let's say, like shipping or whatever. You know, it's a lot more hassle just to get things in the country. Some things became cheaper, like traveling. A lot of people traveled
Yeah.
a lot because plane tickets were dirt cheap, as they say. And I'm just trying to understand how, okay, things became more expensive, right?
Yeah.
Understanding things that dropped in price, people were just kind of like trying to break even or just kind of stay alive, whatever. But for the things that are raised, I don't understand how they raise more when things are open back up.
Yeah.
You know,
I understand that. Whereas like
it's kind of like we don't have the demand to meet. We don't have the supply to reach the demand right now. So okay, price raise. All right, cool. But now that the supply is up,
yeah, the productivity
why is it
yeah,
also up again for the price?
productivity is up, so you would expect that okay, if productivity up, then the amount of things available should liquidate the price to make it come down. But our economy is sort of sticky in a way that when things go
Prices
up,
will never drop.
yeah, don't really go back down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's more of like I'm thinking, prices will stay the same, you know, for like a little bit, and then maybe in like a year or two, then they'll raise it. Like, dog, we fresh out.
Yeah.
That's like now being born and your parents being like, yeah, the parent and the dog. Hey, that'll work.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I'm trying to understand why that's a thing. I am not an economist. I am not a financial person at all.
Yeah. I'm not an economist either, but I just found it very interesting that
I saw people talk about like so a lot of older people, well, not older people, younger people asking older people like, you know, like, what is the thing to do? Like, how do we change? Because this life, it can't be it. Like, we can't be working like this, working like a dog,
yeah.
barely making money, everything rising. But money, I could have buy a cup of water before, now I'm save money, only buying a half cup of water, but they selling me a quarter cup of water and telling me it's a half cup of water. You know?
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, how to live like this?
And then also,
And
go ahead.
I don't know. I kind of thought about the podcast, and I was like, this is what the podcast is for, is to kind of teach you, like,
Business.
there's multiple ways to do things.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying the podcast making money, I'm not saying we making a set of money. I just saying that this is what we here for.
Yeah.
You know, we here to, like, teach you and be like, well, there's other things that you can do that are non-traditional, if we still using that term, because I feel like we've kind of gone past that term for a long time of saying non-traditional this and non-traditional that.
Yeah, but non-traditional sort of become the traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like we could go past all of those things, and there's other ways to make money.
Yeah.
Start up a shop and do this, you know, and do something.
Yeah.
People, as well as myself, can always talk about, like, I want to do this and I want to do that, and I want to do these things, but then they never really do it. And then the people that do it, it's kind of like ways, you know, I had that idea
Yeah.
from so long ago. And I was like, well, you know, do something. Speaking of doing things, go and check out my dad's car wash, okay?
Hit the address there. Oh, I don't know the address. Okay.
No, it's
Okay.
Nanan
Yeah.
Nanan Trace Extension East.
Where
Yeah.
that located?
Where I located, it's in between the roundabout and the highway.
Where? Aranguez.
Aranguez.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Or you could just look up
just before the flyover.
just before the flyover, or you could look up Auto Chimp on Google Maps. Let me tell you, being certified by
When
Google
you-
is such a big flex. I don't
Hey, when your car washed, washing it.
When the man them say, what the thing is, you tell look up Auto Chimp Bev.
How much stars all they have right now? Not,
I don't know.
Okay.
Could we get started so early?
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh,
I feel like once it's official on Google, you should be able to get the stars, a rating.
I'm not telling y'all that y'all have to leave ratings. You know what? Don't leave no ratings, because somebody will be out of time.
Somebody
and
will
power
run
one star.
through.
Somebody go be out of time and say, me didn't go to the shop yet, but 1 star. But yeah, back to my point of, at some point you kind of had to be like, let me just try to do new things. I'm not saying that I am the greatest at doing all these things or nothing like that. I'm not saying I'm the best at anything. I'm just saying that at some point it's kind of like, dog, we had to try something, you know? We had to push. Yes, blood, sweat, and tears had to go into it.
Yeah.
But I feel like the reward is much higher than the not doing anything. I was watching a podcast, well, not even a podcast, a highlight of a podcast, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking about, like, anything you do in life is a risk.
Yeah.
You choose to sit down home and do nothing, that's a risk. You risk not doing anything for yourself, and you go and start a business and try to build it up. That's also a risk,
Yeah.
because you know,
I saw-
financially, mentally, emotionally,
I saw someone
that's a
say
risk of,
that
like, messing with you.
they have a feeling that the only way to survive in Trinidad is to open up your own business.
I don't think
But
so.
I don't want to say, I don't feel as though I see a lot of people saying that. Oh yeah,
Everybody can't have a business, though.
Yeah, because
Because if I have a business, you have a business,
then who would be your customer?
then who would be the customers, who would be the workers?
Yeah,
It's not even like everybody need a business. It's just,
yeah.
you know,
Do you?
yes, people need better pay,
Mm-hmm.
but also, how am I trying to say this? A lot of people work in places that they don't like,
Yeah,
you know, just because of,
but do you feel like their bosses also may not be providing the environment that, although it's not a job that you may want to do, but the environment also doesn't contribute?
oh yeah, you could be in a job that you don't like, but you know, the environment is manageable. Does that make sense?
It's like,
It's
Eh,
like, I
I
don't
really-
really want to be doing these documents in the government right now.
but the vibe,
But the vibe is like, okay, cool. I don't mind being here. Like, it's
Yeah.
a chill vibe.
yeah,
You know, it's not like a high intensity, high stress environment.
yeah,
You know, people working, everybody helping out each other, that kind of thing.
yeah.
It's not like, well, I have 100 papers, 100 documents to sort out today,
Mhm.
and they need to get on today, or else they will be down my throat. It's kind of like, well, I have 100 today to do today, and you know, I'll still try to do my best, but like, if I don't hit the 100, then it's cool, you know?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I think it makes sense where it's like, yes, we wanted to do 100 papers, but realistically, you're human. Something may
Yeah.
happen any day where you're only able to do 80 papers, but alright, we'll just bounce back tomorrow and see what works.
The same thing with your job where they're kind of like, well, you have this area to do or to work on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we need it by this time, and if you don't finish it, then cool. But we want to know that at least if you're doing it, do it well, so that I don't have to come back to it.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
'Cause
where I work, they really promote if you can't finish it off, say something. Somebody else will come and help you out. If
not a healthy work environment.
I think we just need a restructure. A lot of businesses need a restructure and just the way in which the business operates that promotes productivity. Because and then also the mentality of not wanting to pay people for what they're worth is I don't know.
Do people ever come to you for shoots and they're like, we don't wanna pay you this, we'll pay you this?
But I've had you say your price and then they just never return.
Well, even that is fine.
Yeah.
I'm just more thinking of
When you reach
well, the shoot is 1,000, and then they're like, I'll give you 400. It's like, I'm good.
I've gotten well, that's not really.
I'm not saying you ask them their budget and they're
No,
like,
no,
well,
no.
it's 500.
No, I quoted them a price and then they're like, oh, well, that's not what I budgeted. I was like, well, for the amount of work that you want me to do, this is gonna cost me. But I feel like I've lost a lot of shoots because of that, but it's fine. I know my worth.
True. Sometimes I try to think of like for a shoot, and I'm like, I really want to do this shoot.
Yeah.
But I'm like, the amount of work that they might hit me with.
Mm-hmm. Because
I don't know if I want.
I think that was the shoot that I was telling you where I would have to been here, there, because it was like 2 different locations and it's 3 outfits I want, and I was like, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
Right.
Minimum I can do is 1K minimum because
Gas?
I was like, I'm coming from Kwaito.
Mm-hmm.
Gas alone is gonna cost me $100, and well, that was back then.
Yeah, that was 150.
No, it's quite literally. Mommy put $70 in gas, thinking that it's on half tank. $70. Go pull it up to the 3/4 line.
Cap.
Stop the cap.
Cap.
It's 4 right beneath the 3/4 line. So
like, gas really raised. Ooh.
Yeah, and then also remember, but that's why I had to ask you, because I would have wanted a little help. But then I was like, well, I have my friend gonna help me. I can't just ask him to just come out and not give him anything, you know?
True.
So I gave them a breakdown of what it's gonna cost, and they was like, well, that's not what I really budget. I was like, well, I really can't, you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, but no thank you. Because
also big up Seymour Williams
yeah,
for the t-shirt.
ah boy.
Don't study them. Whatever you're doing in life, don't study them.
Talking about jerseys.
She has my jersey. She wore it for a sponsored video, and I think I never noticed.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw her, and she's like, "Hey, you know I wore your jersey for this thing," and I was like,
Nice.
"You lie! You lie!"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see that video, man.
Yeah, right.
I didn't see the video at all.
So, in terms of jerseys, what do you have anything planned?
I posted up something with like the streets.
The heart of Trinidad. Or something
What did
like
I
that?
put? I don't even know.
I don't remember the exact quote.
The heart is where the something is. Home is where the heart is.
Okay. How do you come up? See, now we're on the topic of like business, right? In terms of the jerseys and making revenue.
I just be seeing stuff. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be very real. I cannot deal with money at all. Listen, I need a financial advisor. And by a financial advisor, I mean whoever can manage my accounts for free. Cause boy, it's bad. It's not that I didn't make money on the jerseys. I just blew the money as I got it. So right now jerseys have been save, print, sell, save, print, sell, and
I
it's
was
like
gonna ask if you have set it up. Well, I know you set it up. English. I know you set up the thing in Notion to manage
for
your stuff, right?
yeah, no, that
But have
helps.
you
No, my money
separate-
goes in all in food whole day, every day. It's actually kind of crazy,
Mhm.
but living on the avenue is kind of like living
A
in
blessing
New
and a
York.
curse. A blessing and a curse, basically. Whereas like the opportunities
Yeah.
are there, but then the
Yeah.
temptations are there also.
For me to get to the grocery, I need to pass. I feel like at least 10 food places.
You have to pass 1, 2, 3.
At this point, at
4.
least 10 food places, and then in the vicinity of the groceries, kind of like
Yeah,
7 more food places. So it's like,
Yeah.
do I want to go to the grocery right now? I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
Let me just go and buy this food, and oop, all right, cool, $100 gone out of my pocket. Ay, ay, ay. And then at the end of the night, like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I get a little ding. You have 3 point of sale transactions, and I'm like, 3? I swipe my card once. What are you talking about? And then I'm like, oh, you know what?
That makes sense.
I did buy that for $50. Yes, I did. And then
Yeah.
$40. Oh yes, true. And then I was feeling for a juice, so I bought it for 15. Oh, okay, all right, I see where my money gone.
You know what's the
Yeah.
funny thing? From the guys that came down from the States,
Mm-hmm.
they were right when it comes to food. Trinidad food, in a sense of
It's cheap compared to
it's
their food.
cheap.
Compared to their food, but for us, it's kind of like $50.
Yeah,
For
no,
a
it's like
meal,
it's
man.
like dead cheap.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it's
just learning
way
to cook.
better. It's way like I'm not gonna lie. I miss all food. Like when I was out there, that's the one thing I miss. And I was like, wait, but I could.
I don't think you're speaking into the mic, you know.
Oh, my bad. Oh yeah, but I was saying that like that's the one thing I missed when I was out there. I was like, I could bite a aloo pie right now. This is ridiculous. Why can't I get no good aloo pies out there? That's like all the things. That was my main focus. I'm like,
Aloo pie?
no, not just an aloo pie, but I was like, I could bite a doubles right now. I don't feel for doubles on a not a regular basis, but I don't.
But it's only
feel
when you leave.
Yes, only when I leave the country. I was like, I could do it at doubles. I could do it at dal puri roti. I could, you know. And then I came back and I was like, I good. I was like, I good. But yeah, and I real miss LLB dog. I'm not gonna lie, LLB.
Who drinks LLB though?
Me?
For real? Like you feel for LLB?
Yeah.
Hey, big up Angostura. Yes, sponsor the podcast one time.
No, like
I'll
like,
drink it if
like-
it's there, but I wouldn't like go on and reach for LLB.
No, I would.
I'll reach for a Caribbean Cool or a water.
See, we went by that restaurant there. I didn't realize across by the bar they had LB, and the drink I bought, I was like, I don't want this anymore. I want that
Oh.
across there, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh. I was even thinking about that. Yes, my finances. Yes, I just blow all my money. I feel like I've spoken to like 10 people at this point, and I'm like, yeah, that's not. I just spend all of my money for no reason. Just because I can at this point is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And it's really just food. Like other things, I'm kind of like, I feel like I'm real hesitant on. The only thing I really spent money on was the headphones. I don't want to say what it is because I don't know why it's not to me.
It's fine.
You know, so I think that's the only thing that I really spent money on was the headphones, and then even that had like a very specific purpose, is because when I exercise, I can't wear wired headphones,
Yeah.
right? So I wear the wireless ones, just exercise.
So very spenny purchase, far and few between, but you know,
Yeah.
just
But when it comes to spending money, it's hit the pocket a lot. Just know that.
yeah.
Like this mixer was that was kind of
Yeah.
a lot of money.
I understand.
But yeah, money just goes.
Mhm.
You kind of figured like after like how much
But do you
$10, $20 a day or $30 a day.
do you feel like you have to
And some food
dedicate
is add up.
like a particular account towards night plus day? Like say, okay, I need to get a hold on this. I'm putting this card as Night Plus Day card. DN.
No, it's not even about the
Ow.
card. It's a discipline in not touching the money.
Uh-huh.
Because I realistically have no reason to touch the money,
Mm-hmm.
because I would have put it aside for this.
Yeah.
All it's meant to do is just to put back into stock and to buy more stock and to print more things, and then I could just build up inventory from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh,
What system are you using
well,
right
I
now?
don't have cash, but I have this card. Swipe. What?
What system are you using right now in terms of Night Plus Day when it comes to T-shirts, or is it just like,
What do you mean
man,
system?
okay, an order comes in, or let's say you have okay, let's start from the concept. Okay, I have a concept. This is what I want to do. Talk us through the process of,
I design it.
planning, distribution.
I design it.
Mhm.
Once the design is done, I kind of send it to like 5 or 6 people to be like, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll post it up, and I'll be like, hey, next design question mark, or kind of tease it. Well, I know like I'm onto something, then I wouldn't like really ask anybody.
Mhm.
I didn't even know I was onto something with the midnight
As of
tonight
midnight,
T-shirt. Still trying to get that to the 3 p.m. the honorable.
yeah.
That would be mad.
But, it's the printer a red version of it.
For sure.
Just for that.
He's getting a red jersey, right?
Yeah, you have
Yeah,
to. Have
he's
to.
getting a red jersey
With the white print.
with white print.
Yep.
And
And that one have to have
the thing is,
that one
what?
have to have like a little black balize or something to the bottom of the jersey, just to be like,
Oh,
that is his.
Yeah.
His own.
The thing is, I could potentially get it to him. The next thing is, I potentially may not be able to hand deliver it myself,
Yeah, no, but
because I want to meet him
yeah,
and just to give it to him and be like, here this, thank you for your money, you know. No, because he was the one that kind of gave me the inspiration to make the jersey, which is how I got some money.
I feel like that has been your biggest. Would you say that's your biggest release so far?
Oh no, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure. Everybody was listening to me, and
Everybody
I'm
was
like,
like, "Oh,
I
that's
made
something."
that in so much colors I didn't even know that I could have done,
Mm-hmm.
because it had a plain black run,
Yeah.
it had a white run with different colors, and it had a black run again with different colors.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one that I've printed 3.
Different.
I've
colorways.
done 3 runs,
Okay.
and I think most of the last run has sold out. Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing that I really wish would have sold more was the Remember You Could Dream one.
The green one.
Yeah, and I think it's just because I printed it on a green T-shirt and not
Everyone was just like, type of darker green, the color.
Yeah, I
the
think
type
it's
of
the
green.
shade of green.
Yeah.
Maybe like a more washed out green, like a pastel something. I don't know.
I've been actually when people ask me about that jersey, they were asking for darker colors, like a darker green. Is like, you have anything more olive colored? Is what.
Yeah,
was
no, we
what-
don't have that much options like that down here, so that's why
Yeah.
that one was a little bit harder. But I do want to print on like a brown jersey
Mm-hmm.
with like a yellow print.
Yeah, I can see that working.
I could possibly put the same Remember You Could Dream on the back, like a full back print.
Yeah. Do you feel
But the
that
process of printing is just me designing, messaging people, figuring
Yeah.
out who is available to print it. Because if Scott is available, big up
You
Scott
just go there.
and Epidemic. Is
Print.
Epidemic Inc?
epidemic and ink?
Yeah.
English.
Yeah, big up him, but his machine is down. So that's like my go-to guy. And then if he's down, then I know I have to put in like a bulk order, which I don't really like to do.
At the next place. It's just at the next place. At the
Um,
next place.
Yes, I don't really like to do it because I have to kind of come up with a lot more money, which is fine. I just kind of, when it comes to coming up with a lot more money, I never know
If it would actually.
if it would sell.
Yeah.
So, and then from there, we just sell, and I take orders to like a DM, or people message me on WhatsApp, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
do you want this? Okay, cool, I'll meet you on this day.
Do you
Take their
feel?
number, get a location, and then
Yeah.
we chill in, collect some money.
Mm.
Or you transfer me some money.
Do you feel as though you're trying to recapture the spark of the
designing.
midnight tonight, the heat that was behind that one, or the
Oh
momentum?
no, not
should
at
I say?
all.
Okay.
Not at all. I'm not trying to.
Because you know some people will be like, oh, this was my last drop and it did this well. Let me try to see if I can
Oh
try
no, no,
something
no,
again
no.
for the same run, the same amount of runs
I personally still just want to
to
drop a
create.
design
Yeah.
and have it kind of do its thing for a little bit and then just disappear.
Yeah.
I that's just me personally, and I'm like, okay, whoever got it at this time,
You got it.
you got it. Great for you. If not, then
Yeah.
hopefully on the next design.
Because some
Alright,
people will be
cool.
like,
No,
hey.
I'm not. Like I'm saying, I only did the second and third run because people were messaging me about it, and I'm like,
Alright, yeah, entertain the
all right,
thought.
cool. Yeah, so I entertained the thought.
Yeah.
But from the first run, I was like chilling. The fact that it sold out, I'm like, all right, cool.
The end.
We good.
He's
Like,
like Thanos after he did his snap, he went
Yeah.
on his farm and relax.
I was like, oh well, this is good. Like I was worrying for nothing. So my T-shirts, and I think that was the most expensive run too. That people had to
Because
pay
of the
for a
amount of
jersey.
print.
No, as in
Oh.
like people pay like 200, I think,
I
or
know, I said
175,
185. Or I thought it was 185. I don't know.
something around there. And then the second runs were like 150,
Yeah.
and then the third one I think was 175. I'm not even sure,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, it wasn't even.
How does your price makeup look like?
You mean percentages? I don't know percentages.
No, not percentages. Okay, so like how much does it cost you to print a jersey?
I don't know if I should say that.
Okay.
It's not. I don't know if I should say it.
Oh well, actually it varies depending on how it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It varies. So depending on how many T-shirts I order.
Because people have asked me like, okay, so how y'all would basically
I
figure
just
out?
need to fix this one time. But you continue talking.
No, so I've been asked how the price would have been calculated, but I told them not each print is not
Yeah.
the same cost because of the various
Depending on
factors.
who you go to.
Yeah. So
Uh,
in terms of like the cost for the print, how would the cost breakdown for the print look like in terms of, is it the colors, is it the size, or is it the colors, the size, everything? What would determine the cost of the
if I
print?
can get the email, boy. I know it depends on the amount of color.
Uh-huh.
And when I say the amount of color, it means the amount of color on the T-shirt at a time.
Okay.
So like how the People of Paradise one, I was kind of like 3 colors because it's
The
like
people that wasn't that black and white? I could have swear that
No,
was
that
black and white.
that's 3 colors. Well, 3 colors because it's a black, a white, and then like a gray.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Or they
So,
count that as
yeah,
colors.
because that's a different.
Because I'm not going to say, I
That's
thought
a
that was just a
whole-
black and white thing.
It's a whole different screen with different holes and how the ink would pass through.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a whole different thing. So let me say it's a red and green on a T-shirt at a time. That's 2 colors. That would be a different price to just having all red on one or all green on it at a time.
Okay.
So yeah, the amount of color determines the price. The amount of T-shirts that you're buying determines the price.
Mm-hmm.
If you're bringing your own T-shirts or if you have any printing company source the T-shirts, that's a whole different price. I think those are the main things. While doing with Scott, I don't need to do a positive or a negative, which is what goes onto the screen for them to pull the ink,
Okay.
right? But that would also add a separate price, which is like $300 per
For the
screen.
positive and negative.
No, it's either a positive or a negative.
Oh,
It's just a film with black in it. So essentially how it works is that I think it's an emulsion something. So you picture like a flat sheet of paper, right, as a screen, and then the negative / positive, I could never remember the name, goes on top of that flat. Well, you put something like an emulsion layer over it, and that's kind of hardening, right? But then you also put
Is
this
that like a fluid or
film.
something?
If
The emulsion is like a fluid or something?
it's kind of like a liquid, yeah, but then it hardens.
Over time. Okay.
Yeah, and then you put like this film over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you blasting it from a certain side with light.
Okay.
So when you blast it with light, the emulsion hardens, and the part with the film
Yeah.
Well, it's basically black, so it's stopping it from letting the emulsion harden,
Okay.
essentially, right? So what is not harder, it would have the ink pass
Ink.
through, and what is hard, the ink
Okay.
wouldn't pass through. And then from there, they wash it off, like basically immediately, because they don't want the part that is soft to harden now, because then you wouldn't have
It wouldn't stick to the.
yeah, it wouldn't be a good print. Like it wouldn't the ink wouldn't be able to pass through to
Okay.
the t-shirt. And then when that process is all done, then they do like put the ink on it and all of that. So that's how that process works, and that's why it's kind of so expensive. But with Scott, he kind of bypasses that whole
With the type of machine he has.
yes, it just
Okay.
kind of loads the print and just sprays it onto the t-shirt, and it's kind of like in the t-shirt. So that's why the prints feel like they're in the t-shirt and not like on top of the t-shirt, feeling like kind of heavy almost. Yeah.
So you would say printers. I mean, you would say Scott is your go-to print guy for
For sure,
jerseys.
because it's cheaper too.
And what's the question I want to ask? How many people that you have to go to before you found?
Scott?
Yeah, because I know it's never usually okay, I find this one person and on the first go. Like how many tries did it take you before it's like?
I think I got lucky, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because it was either where my mom worked or I think I either messaged Scott
Mm-hmm.
and I was asking around. Actually, I was asking Jonathan, and he was like, "Hey, well, I go to this guy in Arima, but the minimum is 12." And I was like, "Okay, cool."
Jonathan?
Yeah, Rose Gold,
Oh, okay.
right?
Okay.
And I was looking around somewhere, and I think I messaged Scott, asking him his prices, and I think Scott followed me, and then I put up a post about the t-shirts, and he's like, "Yeah, I also do printing, you know." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll just come to you then." And
Okay.
then that was kind of it. So it wasn't like much shopping around, I would say.
Mm.
So that's why I
Okay.
say I think I got kind of
Lucky.
lucky.
Okay.
I'm trying to find
The breakdown.
the breakdown. But yeah, you could continue. Oh, I know where I sent it
Do
from,
you
and I don't even have the
feel
email
like
logged in.
the t-shirt market in Trinidad is too big, or it's just like everybody and their auntie want to have a clothing company?
No.
Mm.
I didn't even think I wanted one. I kind of made one off of a joke because I was bored, and then people were like, "Oh,
People, yeah, I remember you telling me.
it's only because people asked for the designs." That's why I kind of was like, "Okay, well, let me see where it goes,"
Uh-huh.
and I put out money towards it. I don't think, um, and there are people that are very passionate about it, and some people just doing it for the money, and I think that it shows in their work.
Yeah.
If you're just doing it for money or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Also, at some point, I think you kind of get so far along to be like, "Oh, my designs back in the day was trash,"
Yeah.
you know, and you see the growth. So I think only time will tell with those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the market is like too big or too saturated or whatever.
Okay.
It's kind of like every market. I feel like when you're in this scene, it's very easy to be like,
Wait, so much all inside.
yeah, it's like, "Oh, well, I thought it was gonna be me
Yeah.
and 50 others." And it's like me and 1,000 others. And I was like, "Wait,
Yeah.
the real photographers in this place, like, what the hell?" I thought it was just like 10 earlier, you know?
In other news, I sent you something on Twitter. $18,000 for an iPhone.
Oh, I got hacked on Instagram.
Oh yes, that is also in other news.
I also got hacked on Twitter, but I don't
What?
know. Yeah. So I got up this morning and I just see Twitter notifications and I'm like, huh. I was like, what's going on?
Uh-huh.
And
There's your title.
I saw Scott
There's a title.
Scott messaged me and was like, "Happy birthday." And I'm like, it's not my birthday. But he was replying to a tweet that I said saying hello 44. And I'm like, hello 44. I'm like, did I tweet this in my sleep or something? And I saw like I tweeted it like 3 hours ago.
Mm.
Oh shucks, it's still going.
Oh, no, I want to see it. Hold on, wait.
Bruh, what is going on? Yeah, it's saying like hello 40, hello 94, hello 52.
Uh-huh.
But I'm
Oh,
just trying to
why? Title
understand.
71. Okay, nice.
Yeah, I changed my password, so I thought that it would log them out.
Uh-huh.
But it didn't. So I guess I need to change that again now.
5,000 tweets. Sir, jeez.
No, but I was like over years though.
I know, but still. How much am I on? I've been on Twitter since 2014 and I have 329.
Also, even 5,000 tweet, I guess it does feel like a lot, but I remember 365 of those was from the challenge, and then I would also kind of tweet in between here and there.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, even then,
So yeah,
my
$1,000 for a phone. You got hacked.
me?
Yes, you got hacked.
How you know?
Because you just told me you got hacked.
Oh no, but I'm also watching some old tweets, and I'm like, why am I not seeing some stuff? Huh. I don't know. Okay, well, we move.
We move. What do you think about paying $18,000 for a phone though? Like realistically.
Not bad. You know, I feel like the price could be better. But yeah, nah, I don't know. That's a lot of money. I think somebody did like a price check on it, and they were like, at max with everything that they say in, it's like 12K. How they end up at 18K? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I really wish I could tell you because I don't know.
Do you think a lot of price gouging goes on in Trinidad?
Yeah. Because everybody's like, oh well, I had to eat, so I had to eat good.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're like, yeah, they're like, I had to eat good, so I'm just gonna charge this price, and then we just kind of go from there. So it's like, oh well, I paid 12K. I could make a 1,000 on it, you know. I could make 1,000 on a phone. I could make a. It's like, yeah, let me see how much I could push it, because I guess when you go to West Mall, the Apple Store, there's done gouge out your price. So like gouge out your eye.
Yeah.
So I guess if people go in there to buy their phones, why not have Arando also put this thing as the same price?
Yeah.
Because both of them getting it straight from Apple anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why can't I make the profit that they making?
Yeah.
You know, and nobody's complaining about Westmall and iWorld and thing every day. But yes, we understand that they have a different kind of expense, but still at the end of the day, somebody's still paying 18K to
For a
go
phone.
into iWorld and to get a phone. So why can't the regular man just spend the 18K and a man make 6K and then what? Pay off the rent for one phone for the month and cool. It could be worse. I think there's so much other things to complain
okay.
about.
It could be
Than
worse. What at what?
just don't buy the phone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I
Like
guess
it's not as serious, just don't buy the phone. And they will not make money. And they would lose money. Same thing with Wiz selling that graphics card for like 24K. That really costing like 10K to buy. So
Yeah.
just don't buy it, man.
Just don't buy it. That's the name of the game, guys.
Is that it? Have we been here for like an hour?
I don't know. It's feeling so. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what time it was when we started, you know.
I don't know either. Hey, Dragon Boat competition is next week.
What day is that?
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I may not be there.
Yeah.
I'll be working.
So
What time is it?
whole day?
No, but when are you going?
No idea. They have not released it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you all could check out the Dragon Boat competition on Saturday and Sunday. That is the 8th and the 9th.
Yes, 8th and 9th.
Oh, I was just talking out.
Anything you have coming up?
Not that I could speak of,
Okay.
but possibly we'll be in a new space with a very special guest. Hopefully by the end of the month or into November.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's all I think I could say. Hopefully, maybe. I don't even want to say that because my employer
knows?
may listen to this.
Mine isn't.
But yeah, hopefully new things to come in a new month. Thank you for listening so far.
Make sure to comment down below who y'all want to see on the podcast. We'll
yeah,
put together.
like, comment, and subscribe. Apparently, people don't subscribe if you don't tell them to subscribe. So subscribe, or else we will hit you on your head the next time we see you.
We'll be doing no such thing. He might, but I
What?
But yeah.
That's it. We'll see y'all next week. We're not missing a week. This is the 52-week
Challenge.
I don't even know if they call it a challenge.
Man,
Can we get a cooler name than that, please?
What?
A cooler name.
Okay. The right dong, going right dong.
No, I was going to say like the
I know.
52 streak or something.
Yeah.
This is the week of the 50. I don't know.
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it. And we'll come back better next week for you guys, hopefully with a guest
People
to be
will say
right here.
People say the two of them again, boy. I ain't watching
The space
that.
feels so much more open, even though we have more things, right? Or am I losing
Yeah.
it?
I think it's
Because the table that we had here was smaller.
yeah.
Either way, y'all don't know that. Hopefully it sounds better. Thank you for listening. Shout out to Thema Williams. Shout out to Scott. Shout out to my dad and his car wash, Auto Chimp. Y'all check them out. They open every day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Nan and Trace Extension East in Aranguez, in between the roundabout and the highway. Right
Just before the
flyover.
Aranguez flyover.
Just before the Aranguez flyover. If you're coming from the west heading east.
Yes.
If you're coming from the east heading west,
they
it's
do
right
exit
after. You're making the exit right after
the
the flyover.
on the left hand side.
On the left hand side.
Make the loop and get a car wash. Yeah.
Let them know. Let me know when you're going, and they'll hook you up with a little deal. So we'll see you next week.